sitting it up nice and tall in a simple cross leg. Maybe rocking it a little bit from side to side or rocking it a little bit from front to back. That will help with grounding, with bringing ourselves to the present. With rooting ourselves into the floor and finding some stillness here, sitting that up tall. Let's begin by rolling our shoulders out. So let's go ahead and roll that back. And roll that forward. Good. And then go ahead and roll that back. And roll that forward. Good. And then just relax those arms, relax arms, shoulders away from the ears so that our neck can be nice and long. And as we get a long neck, let's go ahead and begin to drop our chin down towards our chest and really, really, really think about shoulders staying away, staying down and back. So that maybe you're even feeling the stretch all the way down through the center of your spine. I'm feeling it all the way down to my lower shoulder blades, mid-back. So chin is down towards the chest. And then lifting our head center, taking our eyes to the sky. Let's go ahead and drop our chin back towards our chest. Keep those shoulders away from ears. And eyes to sky. And chin to chest, and eyes to sky. Head to neutral, so back to center, and then let's look over to the right. Think about chin going over towards the shoulder, and then looking to the left. Again, chin over towards the shoulder. Looking to the right, and looking to the left. Head back to center, roll the shoulders back. And roll the shoulders forward. Good, still keeping the abs up nice and tall, that core nice and engaged. Let's drop our right ear towards our right shoulder, and maybe if you want, you can release that left arm off to the side, maybe getting a little bit of release in the side of the neck. And then bring that head back to center. And then let's go ahead and drop it over to the other side, to the left. And if you want, again, maybe dropping that arm, right arm off to the side. Ooh, I feel it on that side today. Yeah. Good. Bring that head back to center. Look to the right again. Head to center, drop right ear, right shoulder. Head to center, look to the left again. Head to center, drop left ear, left shoulder. And head to center, drop our chin to chest. Let's do some neck half circles here. So let's take right ear, right shoulder, chin to chest, left ear, left shoulder. Taking that from side to side. Wonderful half circles here for the neck. Oh. That is amazing. That feels very good. Just take that from side to side. Good. And drop that chin back to chest. Lift the head center. Let's roll the shoulders back again. And roll that forward again. Good. Let's add in a little bit of breath. So we'll do some sun breath. Let's inhale and sweep our arms up. And exhale it out. Good. Inhale and sweep it up. And exhale it out. And inhale and sweep it up. And exhale it out. This time as we let our arms drop, you can go ahead and tent our fingers down by our sides, or if that feels too uncomfortable, you can have your hands rest on your legs, but trying to tent those fingers and trying to sit it up tall. Right here, inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Again, Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Wonderful. Shake out those arms. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Let's drop our right hand down. Reach over with the left. Let's try and keep that left glute, left hip, left leg on the floor. And breathe. And inhale and lift. Let's take it to the other side. Dropping that hand over and reach over. Keeping our right hip, right glute, right leg down on the floor. And lengthening through the right side. Let's do that again. One more time each side. Let's inhale and sweep this up. Drop our right hand. Reach over with the left. This time, let's look up at our left hand. And then look down at our right hand. Look up at the left hand. And look down at the right hand. It always amazes me when I do these little spinal movements, these little head twists, where I can feel that. Feeling it all the way down in my left hip. Good. Let's go ahead and inhale, sweep this to the center, and then switch and reach over with that right arm. And let's look up at the right hand. And then look down at the left. And then look up at the right. And down at the left. And then look up at the right. Good. Inhale and sweep this up. As we exhale, let's do a little bit of a twist here. So that right hand or left hand is going to go to that right thigh. Right hand either beside you or behind you. It's our first spinal twist like this, so it doesn't have to be deep yet. So we're just twisting to the side, twisting to the right. Just a little bit here and breathing it here. Let's inhale it up center and take it to the other side. So right hand is going to go to the left thigh, and that left hand is either beside you or a little bit behind you. Again, it's that initial spinal twist, so it doesn't have to be deep yet. Inhale and sweep this up. And let's go to the right again. And this time maybe a little deeper in that twist. While we're here in this twist, let's inhale it. And exhale it. And inhale and sweep this up. And then twisting to the left, a little bit deeper here. And bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep our arms up, clasp our hands at the top, press our palms towards the ceiling. You can exhale while we're sitting here. So now we're definitely for sure engaging our core because we have no support behind us. We're having to use the abs and we're having to use our hips and those poor hip flexors. Let's sit this up tall, lengthening up through our arms, up through that torso. Let's do a little side breath to get that autonomic nervous system engaged. Let's inhale it here. And exhale, big sigh out. 2 more times. Inhale it here. And exhale, big sigh out. And 1 more time. Inhale deeply here. And exhale, big sigh out. Good. Let's bring those arms out in front of us. Stop hands. Rotate this. Rotate the other way. Good. Point our fingers down. And fingers up. And fingers down. And fingers up. With those fingers up, let's take our left hand, gently pull fingers back on that right hand. And then let's take that palm up and pull back. Oh, this one always gets me on my forearms. Oh, so good. All right, other side. So top fingers And then bottom fingers right there. Oh, goodness gracious. Wow. Very good. Very nice. Let's go ahead and open those arms up. So we see those arms out our peripheral. Take our palms up, make some fists, roll our knuckles in towards our wrist, get that exaggerated little bicep curl here. Open the spine, or open the chest actually, and arching the spine a little bit. Yeah, we're arching it. And then let's go ahead and round, take those elbows together. And then open that up. Open those arms back up. Take our palms, pressing them down and press that away. Good. Roll our shoulders back and roll that forward. Inhale, sweep this up. And exhale it out. And again, inhale and sweep this up. And exhale it out. Very good. If you are sitting on something, you can move it. You don't have to, but you can move it if you would like, because we're going to be windshield vipering our legs. Let's lean it back, fingers facing forward. So now we're getting a little bit of a wrist stretch too, and a wrist strengthening because we're leaning back. And you can take those feet as wide as your hips. You can go even wider or you can go narrower. Just depends on what feels best for you. And dropping this from side to side. Oh, I'm so tight today. And I'm like, why? Why? We just have to laugh, and laughing's good. It gets those endorphins going. Oh yeah. Good, let's go ahead and zigzag our legs. So let's keep our right leg in front, nice zigzag right here. Sit this up tall, let's twist a little to the left first. So get that tall little left twist, and then we get our wonderful, my favorite, big twist to the right. Oh, hip, left glute, left inner thigh. Maybe it's lifting up off the floor. Maybe you are super flexible and it's not lifting up off the floor. That's cool. That's you. And just a nice big twist here. Let's inhale it deep. And exhale it out. But again, in this twist, inhale it deep. And exhale it out. Good, bring this back to center. Let's twist quick for 4 to the right. So let's take it for 4 and center. It's 3 and center. It's 2 and center. And last 1 and back to center. So good. All right, let's lean this back here and windshield wiper those legs. Again, taking this from side to side. Good, let's go ahead and keep our left leg in front. Sit this up tall, little twist to the right. So tall twist to the right. And now let's do that big twist to the left. So good. Oh. And while you're in this big twist, let's add in that breath. Let's inhale it deep. And exhale that out. And again, inhale it deep. And exhale it out. And bring it back to center. And let's go quick for 4. So let's take this for 4 and center. It's 3 and center. It's 2 and center. And last 1 and back to center. Very good. Lean this back. Let's go ahead and take our legs out in front of us. Let's keep our knees bent. And I'll put that block right there. Keep our knees bent. Lengthen up through our arms, and let's go ahead and hinge this forward. Let's reach our arms out, but keep our shoulders away from our ears. So try and make space for your neck, and try not to round that back too much, trying to lengthen through the spine. So let's inhale, lift this up, and exhale, hinge this forward. Inhale, lift this up, and exhale, hinge this forward. Inhale, lift this up, and exhale, hinge this forward. And inhale, lift this up, and exhale, hinge this forward. Good. So sitting it up again. Now we're gonna flatten through our legs. Flatten. We're going to unbend our knees, so lengthen our legs. Flex through our feet. Let's find our staff pose here. So finding that staff pose, core is fully engaged here. Feet are flexed. Let's go 4 breaths in this staff pose. One of the most challenging poses. So let's inhale it here. And exhale it out. Inhale it again. And exhale it out. 2 more times. Big deep inhale. And exhale it out. And 1 more time. Big deep inhale. And exhale it out. Good. Let's take our arms out in front of us. Let's lean it back, and now we can bend those knees again and find ourselves in a nice little boat pose. So let's find this boat pose. We're reaching out through our arms, keeping, again, our shoulders are away from our ears. So nice long neck, nice open chest. And let's hold this here. Breathe it. And exhale it. And again, 1 more time. Inhale deep. And exhale it out. Very good. Bring ourselves up. Simple cross leg. Hinge this forward, and you can rest it there for a moment. All right, and then let's go ahead and bring ourselves back into our nice long legs, sitting it up tall, and let's bring our right leg in. Let's give our right leg a nice big hug. Flexing through that left foot so that left leg is engaged. Nice big hug. Let's take our right leg over our left. Wrap our left arm around our right leg. Let's give this twist. Oh, it's that wonderful same stretch that we get in that gluteus medius, gluteus maximus, and that hamstring and that outer hip area when we are doing our chair yoga too. And we pull that in and then twisting over to the side, keeping our left foot flexed, trying to keep that engaged, keep that active, still looking to the right, still breathing. Especially when you get into those deep stretches, it's really easy to stop breathing. Breathe. It helps soften and smooth everything out. Let's go ahead and twist it towards the inside. So taking that elbow to the inside of that right knee and twisting it to the left. And breathing it here. Bring this back to center. Let's take the bottom of that foot to the inside of that left thigh. Sit this up tall. Peace fingers are going to either reach for that big toe, or the hand is going to go for that shin, or your hands can go to your thigh. It just depends on your mobility today. So reaching, and let's get that wonderful hamstring and inner thigh stretch on the left leg here. You can take your other hand, take it to that lowest rib right here in that rib cage, and twist open, twisting that chest open, or you can have that arm over. So it just depends on what, again, feels best for you today, for your mobility. For some reason, this feels really good today. More than normal. That's good. And breathe. And then let's release that. Take our legs straight again, flexing through our feet, and let's bring in our left leg. Give that a nice big hug. So hug that in, sitting up tall. Right foot is now flexed and active. So keeping that right leg active, right foot flexed. Let's go ahead and take our left over right, wrap our right arm around, and twisting to the left. Glute medius, glute maximus, outer hip. So good. Breathe. Twist it towards the inside. And bring this back to center. Let's take the bottom of that foot to the inner thigh. Right inner thigh. Up tall, kiss fingers, either for that big toe or hand to shin or hand to thigh. And you might find that one side it's harder to get your fingers towards that toe. That's okay. That's normal. Just that's what we're doing here is we're building that balance. We're trying to get the same amount of mobility on each side of the body. On both sides of the body, each side. On both sides. And breathe. And let's release that. Very nice. Grab your block. Let's take ourselves onto our backs, do a little bit more spine warming, but also let's do some spine strengthening in our bridges. So let's go ahead and take ourselves down. We've got that block between our knees because that just automatically engages our inner thighs and it helps to keep that alignment the whole time that we're doing our bridges. So we've got our feet lined up with our knees lined up with our hips. Let's take our hands to our sides, press through our elbows and our triceps. Let's lift our pelvis up. So let's go ahead. Actually, yeah, let's lift the pelvis up and let's just hold this here for a moment. And then go ahead and lower this down. And we're going to do that square breathing with the hip lift. So we'll inhale it up for 4, hold it for 4, exhale it down for 4, hold it for 4. So let's go ahead and inhale, lifting that pelvis up for 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's lift it again. Lift it up for 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And again, inhale it for 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Now we're just going to be lifting and lowering. And you're going to use your imagination now. You're going to imagine your spine, and we're going to do that, imagining that we are melting that spine into the floor. So imprinting each vertebrae. So let's go ahead and slowly lift our pelvis up. So let's lift this up to the top. Hold the pelvis here for just a moment. And then very slowly, one vertebrae at a time, let's begin to flatten our spines into the floor. So pressing our pelvis all the way down to the floor and then release. Let's go ahead and lift this back up. So lifting that pelvis back up. And then one vertebrae at a time, let's slowly melt this. Imprint, imprint, imprint. We're still breathing, but it's just more of a regular breath because we're focusing more on that spine now. We're having to imagine that we are pressing our spine into the floor. Go ahead and lift that pelvis back up. And then again, imprint that spine. One vertebrae at a time, pressing that into the floor. And that also helps out to to round that into the floor right there. Oh yeah, very good. And then let's go ahead and lift this bridge and hold this bridge up at the top. If you want, you can take your shoulders underneath you a little bit, hands by our side. We're holding our bridge. We've still got that block, so those inner thighs are still engaged this whole entire time. Let's press through our toes and lift our heels up off of the floor. So now we're engaging those calves. Of course, engaging the feet, but yes, engaging the calves as well. Got our heels lifted. And then let's go ahead and flatten through our feet and press our heels into the floor and lift our toes. So now we're engaging the shins, engaging the feet, but engaging the shins now, and maybe a little bit of the hamstring. And I also feel this in the inner thighs too. Flexing through that. Good. Let's go ahead and flatten through those feet, finding that bridge. We're still at the top of bridge here. Still holding this, still breathing this, strengthening through that back. Of course, strengthening through those glutes, but very, very good back strengthening right here. And then let's slowly lower the pelvis all the way down to the floor. Very good. You can release that block. Let's take our right ankle, place it onto our left thigh. So we've got this piriformis stretch here. Let's take our right hand, press our right inner thigh away from us. Oh. And then you can release that hand, hands by your side again, and we're going to go single leg bridge here. So we've got that. We're keeping that right ankle on that left thigh, and let's lift our pelvis up towards the sky. So single leg bridge. Breathe it. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale it deep. And exhale it out. Slowly lower pelvis down towards the floor and release our right leg. Good. You can shake that out, stomp that out a little bit. Let's take our left foot to our right thigh. Left hand presses away. Press that inner thigh away. Ah. Yeah. Breathing deep. Whenever you're feeling uncomfortable or that uncomfortably uncomfortable, or even the slightest of pain or something, breathe it, soften it and warm it out. You can release that left hand. Let's go into single leg bridge on this side. So let's go ahead and lift that pelvis up towards the sky. Single leg bridge. Let's breathe it here. Inhale deep. And exhale it out. And inhale it deep. And exhale it out. Wonderful. Let's drop that pelvis down towards the floor. And then go ahead and release that leg. Very nice. Drop both of our knees over to one side. Take ourselves onto our side. Press ourselves up. Let's come up onto all fours. So we'll move into some cat and cow and some balance, our first balance of the day. And you can put your blocks where you want them, or sun salutation when we get there. But we've got our shoulders right over our wrists, and we've got our hips right over our knees. Let's do a little bit of cat and cow. So let's drop that belly to the floor and inhale, eyes to sky. And round that spine, take our chin to chest. Exhale. Drop that belly, inhale. Round that spine, exhale. Drop that belly, inhale. Round that spine, exhale. Drop that belly, inhale. Round that spine, exhale. Flatten our backs. Back is nice and neutral. Let's go into our bird dog. So let's go into our first balance of the day. Let's lift our right leg up. Let's flex through that foot. Lengthen through our left arm. Ah, wonderful balance here. Very good. Let's take our elbow to our knee and let's go 6 times here. Let's bring this in for 6 and reach. It's 5 and reach. It's 4 and reach. 3 and reach. It's 2 and reach, and last one. Let's reach and hold. Go ahead and bend our knee, bottom of the foot facing the ceiling, just holding this here. A little bit, adding on a little bit here. That's it, just holding this. And then go ahead and release our arm, release that leg back down, and bring ourselves into our first child's pose. So glutes go back towards our heels, lengthening through our arms. Enjoy this child's pose. If you need support between your glutes and heels, feel free to put a pillow, blanket, rolled up mat, whatever you need for support in any area that you need. That's the beauty of doing this at home. You can grab whatever you need to help support this and to modify, making it work for you. Good, let's bring this back up, all fours, cat and cow again. Drop our belly, inhale. Round our spine, exhale. Drop our belly, inhale. Round our spine, exhale. Drop that belly, inhale. Round that spine, exhale. Flatten through that back. Good. Let's bring our other leg up. So bring our left leg up. Flex through that foot. Reach through that right arm. Holding our balance here. Let's bring elbow to knee 6 times on this side. So bring this in for 6. And reach. It's 5. And reach. It's 4. And reach. 3. Reach. 2. Reach. And last one. Let's reach and hold. Bend at our knee, bottom of the foot facing the ceiling. Oh, yeah. Go ahead and release the arm, release the leg. Child's pose again. Yeah, there you go. Taking those glutes back down towards the heels. Reaching through our arms, breathing it here. Let's look at our fingers, walk our hands over to the right. Take our left hand right on top of that right hand and get our left glute towards that left heel. And then walk that to the other side. So walk our hands over to the left. Take our right hand on top of our left hand. And now our right glute goes to that right heel. Woo. Yes. Very good. Bring this back to center and let's go into our first downward facing dog. So let's bring ourselves all fours, curl our toes under, keep our knees bent, lift our tails to the ceiling. Relax that head and neck in between those arms and shoulders. Oh, lengthen through our spine first here. We've got that head lower than our heart, so we're automatically in that inversion. And then let's begin to pedal our feet. So pedaling our heels down towards the floor. Now we're engaging our legs, the backs of the legs, stretching through those calves and hamstrings. Wonderful here. Dropping both of our heels down towards the floor. Relax that. And again, enjoy this inversion. Sometimes when I go into the first downward facing dog, there's like a lot of sinus pain. But it eventually goes away if you just give yourself a moment. Sometimes it doesn't. But breathing deep. Let's go ahead and lift up on those toes. Heels are high. And let's drop both of our heels over to one side. I like doing the odd poses, like the inversions and stuff, because it does make you aware of like, oh, maybe I'm fighting off a cold, or oh, something else is going on here. Just that recognition, that awareness. Lifting those legs back up to center, drop our heels over to the other side. And then with the seasons changing, there's all kinds of allergies going on too. So any sort of movement where that head is lower than everything else, you're gonna feel something different maybe. Bring that back to center. Let's go ahead and walk our feet to meet our hands until we're in standing forward fold at the front of our mats. And you can go ahead
We don't have to use our blocks yet. We're gonna let our arms dangle for a moment here in ragdoll. So letting those arms dangle, letting our feet plant. So we're planting our toes, planting our heels. We're kind of folded in half here, that upper body, very heavy, folded over, arms dangling, lower body, rooted into the earth, finding those roots, maybe gripping those toes, maybe just becoming aware of your toes, of your feet. Let's take opposite elbow with the opposite hand, make a frame for that head, and that makes that upper body even heavier. I always feel a deeper hamstring stretch when I do that. And breathe. Good. As you breathe, allow that rib cage in the back to expand and contract. Go ahead and release our arms, let those arms dangle. Hands back there, right to those blocks. Let's put our hands on our blocks. Inhale, flatten our back, look forward, nice tabletop. And exhale, release. So our head has been low for a while, so take this nice and slow, this next one. Let's inhale, sweep our arms up into a nice tall mountain, coming up slow, head slow, so you don't get dizzy. And then let's go ahead and exhale it around to a chair. So to a seated position. Let's inhale and sweep our arms up. And exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, flat back. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around to chair. Inhale, lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Moving on. Let's keep our right foot forward. Take our left foot back into a lunge. Left hand on our block, on the floor, on a chair, whatever you need for support. And let's go ahead and open up for spinal twist to the right. Good. Nice spinal twist here. Breathing. Let's bring this back to center. Let's take our right foot back to meet our left foot into a top of plank. Nice, strong top of plank. Let's shift that weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Let's take our heart to the floor, lift our heart up off of the floor, baby cobra here. Nice low back stretch. Eyes are lifted to the sky. Let's curl our toes under, lift and press, downward facing dog, and breathe. Oh. And maybe those heels can go down towards the floor as you are in this inversion, as you are in this down dog, and breathe, breathe, breathe. Let's walk our feet to meet our hands, standing forward fold, front edge of our mat. And let's go ahead and inhale, flattening through that back. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale, lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and release. Left foot forward, right foot goes back into a lunge. So now moving to the other side. Right hand is on the floor, the block, a chair. Let's spinal twist, open to the left, and breathe. Bring this back to center. Take our foot back to meet the other foot into a top of plank. Strong top of plank here. Let's go ahead and shift our weight. Drop to fronts of the knees. Uncurl our toes. Take our heart to the floor. Lift our heart up off of the. Good. Curl our toes under. Lift and press. Downward facing dog. Breathe. Stretch. Enjoy. Good. Let's walk our feet to meet our hands. Standing forward fold. Let's do our sun salutations again on each side. So we've got those blocks. Let's inhale, flatten through that spine. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale, lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flatten through that back. Exhale and release. Right foot stays forward, left foot goes back into lunge. Left hand on floor, block, chair, wherever you need it. Spinal twist over. And bring this back to center. Take our foot back to meet the other foot, top of plank. Shift our weight, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes down, heart lifts up. Curl our toes under, let them press. Downward facing dog, and breathe. Good, let's walk our feet to meet our hands, standing forward. Let's inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale, sweep this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Left foot stays forward, right foot goes back, right hand on block or floor or chair, wherever you need that. And let's twist this open. Bring this back to center. Take our foot back to the other foot into top of plank. Shift our weight, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Bring our heart down, lift our heart up. Oh, yeah. Curl our toes under, let them press. Downward facing dog and breathe. Walk our feet to meet our hands, standing forward, fold, front edge of our mats. Good, let's inhale, flatten through that spine, nice flat back. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Let's hold here in chair. Bring our hands to our hearts and let's take our right elbow over to our left thigh, seated spinal twist without the chair. Yeah. And breathe. Good, bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Oh, I feel that. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale around the chair. Let's do seated spinal twist on this other side. So let's bring our hands to our hearts and twist it over to the other side. Breathe. Good, bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Let's go ahead and, let's do some, actually, let's go ahead and inhale, sweep our arms up again. Take ourselves around into that chair. Bring our hands to our hearts and let's go ahead and take our right foot back. So take our right leg back. Keep that heel lifted. Let's go ahead and go a crescent. Oh, nice standing crescent. And then let's go into our warriors. So let's go ahead and open this up into a nice warrior two. Nice proud warrior. Relax that face. Good. Let's drop that back arm. Take our palm up into a peaceful warrior. Let's reach up through this. Oh, wonderful. From our peaceful warrior, take ourselves back into our proud warrior. Release our front leg and let's tilt our hips over so that we can take ourselves into a triangle. So let's open this up and feel free to use block here, a block. I love triangle.
Just gets such a good inner thigh stretch that you can't really get it anywhere else. And think about that rib cage opening up towards the ceiling. Good. Bring ourselves back up, proud warrior again. So bend at that knee. Let's turn this into a warrior one. So turning, just our hips are squaring forward. That back foot is staying where it was at. That back heel is on the floor. Hips are squared forward, warrior one. Oh yeah. The OG warrior right here, and breathe. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and fold ourselves forward. Take our foot back to meet the other foot into a top of plank here. Let's add in a little sun salute. Shift our weight forward, drop to front of the knees, uncurl our toes, take our heart down, lift our heart up, curl our toes under, lift and press, downward facing dog, and breathe. Let's walk those feet to meet those hands. We've got our blocks again right there in front of us. Let's inhale, flatten through the back. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Now let's do what we just did on the other side. So let's bring our hands to our hearts. Let's take our left foot back, keep our left heel lifted. Let's go up and do a crescent. Ooh. Wonderful crescent here. And now from this crescent, let's go ahead and open into proud warrior, warrior two. Relax your face, relax your jaw, soften your face. Drop our back arm, take our palm up, peaceful reach. And then back into that warrior two. Release our front leg. Let's go ahead and tilt our hips over and take ourselves down for triangle. Opening up here. And then let's bring ourselves back up into warrior two. Once again, bend that front knee. Good, relax that face. Now let's keep that foot where it is, back foot where it is, and just adjusting our hips so that they're squared forward. Warrior one. Oh yeah. I like that. That feels good on the calf and the ankle. Breathe. Good, let's go ahead and fold it forward here. Take our foot back to meet the other foot into a top of plank. Shift our weight, drop to front of the knees, uncurl our toes. Take the heart down, lift that heart up. Curl our toes under, lift and press, downward facing dog, and breathe. Shaking that head. Good, go ahead and drop to those knees, back into a child's pose right here. Let's take our arms by our sides, palms up, elbows dropping open off to the side. So now you're a little turtle here. And hands by knees, pressing ourselves up. Let's go ahead and lay down onto our backs. Grab your strap. We'll do a little bit of stretching and then a bit of relaxation, and then we are done. So let's take ourselves down onto our backs. Grab your strap, and we're going to take our strap around our right foot. So let's go ahead and take this down. Strap is going to go around that right foot. Lengthen through that left leg. Pull that right leg in to the chest and torso. Oh, yeah. Then go ahead and press up through our heel to the ceiling.
That's why I love using this strap, because I can get so much more extension and so much more stretch. Like I said, modification doesn't mean making it easier. It means making it doable. So I love the modification of the strap. Let's go ahead and keep our strap in our left hand and let's drop it across the body. Deep twist here. And breathe. Good, bring that leg back to center. Go ahead and pull that towards you. Bend at the other leg. Let's go ahead and release that strap. And now you can release our right leg down. Let's take our strap around our left foot and pull that in. So let's bring this side in and give it a nice big hug. And then press up through that heel to the ceiling. Pulling that leg towards you. Good. And then let's keep the strap in the right hand and let's drop it across, deep twist on this side. Breathe. Remember, if you're feeling anything tighten or seize up or anything like that, use that breath to smooth it out, to soften it, to melt it. Those are good words to use. The smooth, melt, soften. And then let's go ahead and bring our leg back to center. Pull that towards you. Bend at the other leg. You can release that strap. And go ahead and release the legs. Let's lengthen out through the body and we'll do a minute or two of relaxation here. So if you want to use your eye pillow here, you can. Or if once we're done, you can do your own relaxation. And you can like lay down for half an hour with your eye pillow over your eyes if you want to do that. But we're going to lengthen here. We're going to reach through our fingers towards one end of the room, reach through our feet, our toes towards the other end, add an inch or two to your height. Maybe you're able to lift that low back up off the floor. That rib cage maybe can be lifting up off of the floor as well. Take a big deep inhale here. And a big exhale here. One more time. Big deep inhale. And a big exhale. Let's bend those knees. Drop our knees over to one side and bring ourselves onto our sides. And then slowly press ourselves up into a seated pose that is supportive and strong for you. So it might be your simple cross leg. You might be sitting on your heels. You might be sitting with your legs out in front of you. You might be in a staff pose. Like if you're in a staff pose, good for you. Let's go ahead and inhale and sweep our arms up. Bring our palms together and let's exhale. I swallow our fingers. Take our chin towards our chest. Lift that head center. Take fingers to forehead. As we leave today, let us think thoughts of truth. Taking our fingers to our lips. As we leave today, let us speak words of love. And taking our hands to our hearts. As we leave today, let our lives be a light of truth and a light of love, having hearts of compassion and mercy, knowing that we have not been given a spirit of fear, but the spirit of love and a sound and peaceful mind. Big deep inhale here. And exhale out. One more big cleansing breath. Let's inhale it here. And exhale that all out. And have a